So, welcome to the special English edition of Kryptoversations. Today I'm here with Eduardo Gamarci. Kryptoversations, inspiring spaces, interesting people, not obvious topics. Eduardo, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are, what's your position on crypto, how you ended up being in crypto? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Sure. Okay. Thanks, Jarek, for having me. My name is Eduardo Gamarci, and I'm COO at Revenue Capital right now. And I've been in crypto, actually in the traditional financial markets for like 15 or 20 years. And I've been actively trading stocks, options, and lately crypto. So,
okay. How would you, let's say, what's your position on the, so to speak, entry barrier? There's a certain entry barrier which, for some people is still kind of unbreakable or very difficult to be crossed. So, crypto currently is having a certain connotations, sometimes not very positive. There's obviously a natural barrier in terms of the jargon, the certain definitions that are just, there's a certain position on crypto, let's say, which makes others difficult to enter the space. Like what made you cross it? What made you, enter, stay, and do it successfully?
yeah, actually, I think coming from the traditional financial market is giving you like an advantage. Not in terms of technical knowledge, let's say, about crypto, because it's all about blockchain, it's something new. But mainly you are used to volatility, let's say, volatility in the sense of how fast the prices are changing. So I think due to the decentralized nature of crypto, this volatility is much, much higher. So you need to be prepared for that. In order to be prepared for this volatility, you need to also investigate a lot. You need to do a lot of research. There are hundreds of projects every day. And as I was saying before, the decentralized markets they have less liquidity, they are less regulated, so it's more easy to manipulate them. So in order to understand what's going on, it's better to start or begin trading or investing with the most common instruments like Bitcoin or Ethereum, where actually the volatility can be in a normal level, let's say. So then, you need to know what you want to buy, why are you investing in a project. You need to see if the project is actually solving a problem. Are they improving any existing technology? You need to investigate who's behind the project by reading the white papers, learning about the tokenomics, so how the issuing of the coin will happen in the future. So this is something that will give you a better idea of how to properly invest or put your money in a specific project. One key element is to have always some cash, not to be 100% invested, because then you are missing the opportunity, so you cannot buy the deal. So if you are 100% invested, then you cannot take advantage of the opportunities when the price is going down. So it's important to always have some money aside to take advantage of the dips.
So talking to someone who's, let's say, completely green about that, what is your advice? Like, what's the first step should be? What's the first, most natural step? Or what would be your advice for the step to make? And what should happen next, basically? So what's the kind of a classic roadmap you would advise, to take for someone who plans to enter this space?
Well, the main thing you need to do is to something that worked for me is not only doing the research, but trying to share your ideas or thoughts with friends, colleagues, teammates. So that is like that is helping you to sharpen your strategies and to develop also a trading system that is going to protect you from this price volatility that I was talking before. So you need to set the take profits. You need to learn to cut your losses. So you need to build a discipline. If you don't build a discipline, then it's not possible to be successful, let's say. So in order to build this discipline and to follow the rules, sometimes it's not easy to do it alone. So if you can trade and develop some strategies together with some friends, is something that will help you a lot. I was talking with a friend before this interview, and I was mentioning that for traders, it's important to share their experiences on a daily basis, because trading involves like a lot of energy and mental health and emotions. So in order to deal with that and to have these emotions aside, you need to share your experience with someone. So if you had a bad day, a losing day, if you didn't take profits properly, then this is definitely something that you need to share at the end of the day, at the end of the trading day. So it helps a lot.
So this probably brings us to, if not a necessity, then probably a good advice for the beginners to seek access to those trading groups where, you know, there are more like-minded people, perhaps in the same situation, but ideally like a good mix between the newbies and those who have actually something to say about certain strategies and approaches. But what would be the other sources, you know, for those who want to start? They don't necessarily have a good network of friends or people they can trust, you know, already being there. Where you know, what is the best place or source to look for this knowledge?
Right. So something that I found really interesting is how Binance Academy is showing and providing content on the different levels. So this is a place that I would definitely go to search for information from basic level to advanced. So you can find information about how to connect your wallet, where to download the wallet to keep your crypto assets, how to connect it to the different chains. You can read about NFTs, about the blockchain technology, what is the Bitcoin. So definitely Binance Academy is a place that I recommend. If you are actually getting into crypto, you should definitely go there and find this basic information that is very, very useful. Especially following these sources of information is important because there are a lot of scams. So in order to be protected, you need to go with these well-known sites at the beginning. Then after you build some knowledge, you can join some chats and groups in Telegram from specific projects that you can find interesting. So developers groups to find like more technical information, but there are a lot of Telegram groups where you can find important info on how to trade. You can share your strategies, and actually you can meet very interesting people there and get a lot of knowledge, especially from the DeFi space. So you need to spend a lot of time not only doing the research, but talking with these people that are in the market for a long time, and you learn a lot by spending time talking with them.
Right. I'm assuming that to some degree you learn a lot from your failures as well. Obviously, assuming that you have a certain approach to be able to genuinely sit down and analyze, what went wrong, what sort of decisions led you there, what happened on the market. I mean, could you disclose maybe a little bit like your approach towards that, and potentially also perhaps knowing what you know now, like what would you do different in terms of some decisions and some outcome?
Sure. So one of the main things, or the more typical mistakes, is not to take profits. So the market volatility is giving you a lot of opportunities, but you can also lose everything. So you need to take profits on a regular basis, and you need to cut your losses. If you cannot do this properly, then you just need to find something else to do if you don't have the discipline. Another way that you can do is something else you can do is to create your own trading systems. Maybe this is going to involve like a more knowledge in order to develop the tools and to code the software needed to automate your trading. But using automated trading solutions is something that will help you to spot the entry level, to set your exit, your take profit level as well. So using automated trading systems, it helps a lot. It will shorten the time that you need to become a successful trader. Because actually in the market, many people don't know, but you are all the time trading against robots. So if you want to use your emotions to trade and beat the robots, it's not going to happen. So, or you are a robot or you have to use them. So so that's how it works. So if you can make use of these kind of tools to spot the right, and you have to somehow scan through hundreds of projects. So how can you do that? It's not possible. So if you have some tools, then you can spot the right positions and the right projects to invest in.
Right. So grabbing the opportunity, I'd like to invite everyone for the next edition of Kryptoversations. There will be more unobvious and interesting guests coming soon.
Sponsorem programu jest SkyRocket.trade, platforma do handlowania kryptowalutami zintegrowana z największymi giełdami na rynku.